Hi there, welcome to my views and news. Three new stories. Firstly, Eritrean embassy in Addis Ababa. Is it open or not? For days, we have been hearing rumors. Now we have official word from the embassy. Secondly, a poet has been released from prison. The man has been in prison for a few months. He was arrested under the state of emergency proclamation, which has expired. Now, thirdly, more protests against Tigray fighters by residents of southern zone, southern Tigray, where Tigray fighters have taken control of large parts of the zone. We saw some major protests earlier this week. Then yesterday, another protest was had. Let's start with the first news story, which is about Eritrean embassy in Ethiopia. Rumors have been going around that the embassy had been closed. And rumors gained ground after Brigade Nehamido organized a gathering in Addis Ababa. Brigade Nehamido opposition group organized a gathering very close to the Eritrean embassy. Hundreds of opposition activists attended that program, and the participants criticized PFDJ, Eritrean government. Uh, but rumors still went on. Several viewers contacted me. They wanted clarity. Some news outlets, YouTubers made videos claiming that embassy had been closed, and they said that it was due to tension in diplomatic relations between Ethiopia and Iran. Yes, there are tensions. Yes, they are not on good terms, Ethiopia and Eritrea, but people have been relying on Google Maps to tell the status of Eritrean embassy in Ethiopia. If you open Google Maps and you write Eritrean embassy there, the status is shown as closed. That was their source of information. I tried to verify the information from the ground. I told you that embassy was open. Now, the Eritrean embassy in Addis Ababa has written to the Google Maps. Eritrean embassy wants correction in its status shown by the Google Maps. Yesterday, the embassy requested Google Maps to update or to correct, not update, but to correct the status of the embassy. In the message written by the embassy to Google Maps, embassy writes that the embassy is open. It is undertaking its mandate. No change. So it means that it was Google Maps error. Google Map was showing that the embassy was closed. Maybe it's because the account did not update its status. And now embassy has realized that based on Google Maps status, people are spreading rumors that embassy is closed. That is why the embassy has written a sort of message to Google Maps. Will Google Maps make corrections? Let's see. And those who spread these rumors, they should at least make corrections, because people should be kept updated when mistakes happen. At least corrections should be made so that viewers are not misled. They don't remain misled. Uh, Ethiopian Airlines still operating to and from Asmara. Ethiopian Embassy in Eritrea still operating. So it's not that the two have cut off their ties. No. Diplomatic channels are intact, but there is coldness between the two sides. Eritrean, Ethiopian leaders avoided each other at international conferences, summits in the last few months. Basically, no strategic partnership between the two countries. They are not on good terms, but they are on speaking terms. Secondly, viewers, a poet has been released from prison. Bekele Twa is his name. He was arrested a few months ago under the state of emergency proclamation. The state of emergency has expired in the Amhara region. Government did not renew it. And so the people arrested under the state of emergency are now being uh, made to appear at courts. Courts are granting them bails. Several people have been released in the past few days since the expiry of the state of emergency. Will all prisoners be released? Let's see. High profile prisoners are still in prison. MPs like Christian Tradale, Kasap Tishagar, and others are in prison. In Oromia, Dandia is in prison. But some other prisoners who are not very high profile, they are being released. Let's see, the state of emergency has not been extended, but will the arrest campaign against Amhara activists cease? Will it stop? And secondly, what about the military operation? Will we see any change in this operation? Or will the operation continue? So far, no change on the ground. By the way, people were saying that last year, a news source reported that ENDF was withdrawing from the Amhara region. Back then, I had to make videos to tell the viewers that no one was withdrawing. EN did not withdraw. Then a few days ago, we saw videos again by some news outlets. They claimed that a major operation against Fano was going to be launched and that thousands of new ENDF recruits they were entering Amhara. Again, I made videos. I told you that to the best of my knowledge, no new operation had been launched. People deliberately or unintentionally spread information which is not true sometimes. And I think they need to make corrections. Lastly, viewers, more protests against Tigray fighters, against those Tigray fighters who are in control of large parts of southern zone. We saw that a few days ago, major protests were held against Tigray fighters in Alamata city. Thousands of people were there who were displaced from Alamata, and hundreds attended in these protests. They chanted slogans against Tigray fighters. They demanded the withdrawal of Tigray fighters from Alamata city. Now, the protest was held yesterday, and the protesters were from Vaja and Tamoga. I think Vaja is not under Tigray control, if I'm not wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I learned. Tigray fighters managed to enter Tamoga. Did they manage to take full control of Tamoga? I don't know. But they managed to enter Tamoga reportedly. But they were not in Vaja a few days ago. Residents of Vaja and Tamoga are demanding the withdrawal of Tigray fighters through these protests. They say they are Amharas, their identity is Amhara. They are, by the way, a viewer contacted me and said, Sajid, people of Raya are people of Raya. They are not Amharas of Amhara region or Tigrayans of Tigray. They have their own identity, and that is Raya. You can call them Raya Amhara or Raya Tigrayan, but they're not like other Tigrayans, like other. That was his personal opinion. Let's see protests gaining pace against Tigray fighters. No signs of withdrawal. Tigray will either launch counter protests or more Tigray fighters will enter Raya. that Tigray can consolidate its control of southern zone. Thank you for watching.